More and more putting it in their upper block.
Trying to pass it up to Dowling, and there's the pass to Dowling. Dowling going to take a shot. Audrey Keener across to Keyser. Keyser shot in and Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sun Devil Fitness Center for the gold medal match for the Power Soccer portion of this week. For Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. Team Prairie and Team Sidewinder, it was destined to be. And as the teams come out to the center circle here, and before we get started, we will once again have the national anthem in just a moment.
National anthem.
The national anthem. We are just about to get underway here. Again, this is the gold medal match. Team Prairie versus Team Sidewinder. They met in our very first match on Thursday. That match ended in a 4-4 draw. This one will not end the same way. There has to be a winner. We're going to kick off here in just a few moments. And at the end, we will crown a winner. I want to thank you all once again for joining us here. It's been an enjoyable week here in Arizona, bringing you all of the action. And we're going to finish it out with what will undoubtedly be an exciting contest between these two pretty evenly matched teams.
Oh, we're going
We're about to get underway here. Your center referee is Mike McCoy. And it looks like Team Prairie is going to kick things off for us. And we are underway. That ball off of Nate Jackson. And a good start for Team Prairie here. That ball all the way across. That ball intended for Thomas, but a little bit too much pace on that. And so a turnover, and Team Sidewinder will take control here. Julian Perez and Amy McKee. Now, Perez trying to get around Hendrickson. Nice hard move there by Perez. Jackson's there to pick it up for Team Sidewinder. McKee takes it away. Hendrickson. Perez gets it past Hendrickson. Now Perez chasing the ball before it goes over the end line, and he can't quite get there. Goal kick coming up for Team Sidewinder. And the referees are coming to check on Jackson, but not quite sure what the issue was. So Willie Hendrickson into McKee, off of Perez. That's a 2-on-1 violation on Team Prairie.
Let's go. Run, Amy, run. Come on now. Hey, corner. Hey.
Perez out of play.
In front of Perez, in front of him. In front. Hey,
Perez,
go,
Thomas takes that one away. Nicely defended by Rob Thomas, but Team Sidewinder still in control. Perez takes that one away. And Perez, that ball's on target. Now Perez with an opportunity. Now that looked like a 3-in-the-box violation. McKee, Jackson. Wyatt all in the box. Now this is an indirect free kick. So Team Prairie with an early chance here. And Perez trying to get everybody in place. Perez looking like he's going to go over to Thomas. And that ball into the goal off of Wyatt. Let's watch that again. Well taken by Julian Perez. Off the goalkeeper and over the line. 1-0 the score. And well taken again. The ball just needs to touch somebody before it goes over the line to count as a goal. He took it. Hendrickson. That ball well wide of the target. Goal kick coming up. Perez, it looks like he might just try to go past the defense. He's going right into Jackson. 2-on-1 violation on Team Sidewinder. Thomas. And that ball heading out, but kept in by Thomas. And that ball off of Jackson, and Hendrickson will pick it up. Thomas is there, 2-on-1 violation. So Julian Perez and his team attacking once again. He's got Shauna Nelson in open space way on the far side, and Perez hit it to absolutely nobody, and so a kick-in coming up for Team Sidewinder. He thought Rob Thomas was there. He had moved, and Perez did not anticipate that move, so the ball given away. And that ball to Perez. Perez taking on Jackson. Perez gives Jackson a little smile. Hendrickson to McKee. And a 2-on-1 violation on Perez and Thomas. Kick in coming up for Team Sidewinder. Now off of Perez goes the ball, 2-on-1 violation situation. Advantage called. Thomas is there, and that's a 3-in-the-box violation on Team Prairie. Rob Thomas had gone into the area. He's still in the area. And so an indirect free kick coming up for Team Sidewinder at the top of the Prairie goal area. And so Hendrickson trying to get McKee into a spot. Hendrickson just trying to find a spot in the defense. There's the kick by Hendrickson. Perez just takes it right away. That last touch, McKee. And Henderson dropping back on defense. Perez picks it up. That ball's still in play. Nelson crashing into Hendrickson. And it looks like Team Prairie is going to call for a substitution. Shauna Nelson coming out. And Lee coming on. He's a new player in this competition. Didn't see him the last game, and he's not on the roster. But we do know his last name is Lee. Hendrickson into Perez, but Perez turns the wrong way and sends it into Lee. Now Jackson with an opportunity. Rob Thomas is there, however, for Team Prairie to stop the attack. And Hendrickson crashing into Thomas. Thomas, again, contact. Hendrickson. And he's being told by the referee that he can't turn and make contact with another player. That is a foul, so a direct free kick coming up from the edge of the goal area. see where Perez sends it. Perez sends it right to McKee. Perez now with the ball. Perez stopping Hendrickson, dragging him out of the goal area. Perez sends it out. Jackson's there. Perez has got the ball. Perez trying to get past Hendrickson. Nice deflection, and now the ball rolling down the floor. Marvin Brown there steps up in defense. Thomas is there, and that's a 3-in-the-box violation. Amy McKee, Willie Hendrickson, and Marvin Brown all in the goal area together. Indirect free kick coming up for Team Prairie. Let's see if they can get another goal. Good counterattack by Team Prairie. They were under a lot of heavy pressure, but sprung that ball out, and now are in a position to score a second goal. Let's see what Julian Perez whips up this time. And McKee asking if this is direct or indirect. 3-in-the-box violations, 2-on-1 violations, all indirect free kicks. And McKee gets it away from Perez. And another 3-in-the-box violation. And Hendrickson was unaware that he was joined in the area with 2 teammates. And so Julian Perez and Team Prairie will get another opportunity. Perez going to try to rip one across the area to Thomas. Here comes the shot. Thomas, that one went over the line, but no goal. It's an indirect free kick, and all Thomas had to do was touch it before it went over the line. Good kick by Perez, but Thomas wasn't able to just latch on to the end of that before it crossed the line. So Team Sidewinder come away unscathed. Now Lee touches the ball. Jackson letting it roll out of play. Kick in coming up for Team Sidewinder.
Let's go.
Perez, Hendrickson, Perez gets the ball. Now Perez trying to get around Hendrickson, that one off of Perez. Sidewinder kick in. No, and Perez was not ready. Hendrickson tried to take advantage of that, but Perez managed to turn around just in time. And that ball out of play. Another Sidewinder kick in. And the clock in here went off. And that ball off of Thomas and out of play. Oh, that ball looked like it went off of Thomas from our vantage point, but it's going to be a goal kick for Team Prairie. So the game clock in the venue looks like it has stopped. We are in the 14th minute right now. Perez hits one off of McKee, who can't control it. And without getting it on goal, that's the next best thing you can hope for if you're Team Prairie. Perez all the way across. Thomas is going to get that ball. Hendrickson charging toward the Team Prairie goal area. And Perez is just going to use his advantage to hold Hendrickson off. And heavy contact down there. Julian Perez looking for a foul. Kick in coming up for Team Sidewinder. And Perez easily defends that. Perez now on a break. Thomas is going to take the ball. Thomas heading down the floor. Thomas has the ball taken away by Hendrickson. And it rolls out, kick in coming up for Team Prairie. Perez. Soft kick allows McKee to easily defend, but Perez is going to come back and try to get the ball out of the area. Now, dangerous time, and referee says no goal. McKee pushed into the back of Turchin's chair, and you cannot do that. Any movement on the chair has to be from the front wheels to the guard. And so that was an illegal play by Amy McKee, certainly a foul. And Turchin actually has to come out of the match. It looks like one of the cable ties that was holding his guard on snapped off. So Shauna Nelson is going to come into the match for Team Prairie into the goal area. Dangerous situation for Team Sidewinder. They almost scored. Team Prairie lucky to get away with that one. But again, McKee pushed on the back of the chair, which is a foul. And that ball is going to roll out of play for a kick in. Hendrickson, Perez just pushes that one out. Hendrickson off of McKee. Perez tries to control it, but he can't. Got a little too anxious and rushed things and ended up giving Team Sidewinder good position down here. And Perez easily defended, but McKee, Thomas now with the ball. Rob Thomas grabbing the ball, but he's really got to get his guard around the side of the ball so that way he can control it and turn it back in towards the Team Sidewinder goal area. He caught it off the front. And Perez making a jump for the ball, and he couldn't quite get an angle to redirect it between the posts, but it's going to be a goal kick for Team Sidewinder. 17th minute, still 1-0 in favor of Team Prairie. And it looks like Ricky Wicklund is going to make his match debut. Lee coming out of the match. And Perez off of McKee. Perez lets that ball get behind him. Now McKee. Perez. Nice turn by McKee. Nice pass. Getting that ball across the area. Wicklund now off of his chair. Hendrickson and Jackson collide. Two teammates both going for the ball. Now McKee goes for a 180 spin kick and just misses. Kick in coming up for Team Prairie. Perez off of Hendrickson. And that ball is going to be another Team Prairie kick in. Perez thought about taking a quick kick, decided to look, and Thomas is there. Thomas with a turn. Hendrickson picks up the ball for Team Sidewinder. And Perez, nicely done by Perez to get that ball away from Hendrickson. But can he get it away from Hendrickson and McKee? No need to, because it's a 2-on-1 violation on McKee and Hendrickson. Now they are giving Rob Thomas lots of space, but that ball is going to go right into Amy McKee, and that ball is on target. Oh my goodness, Amy McKee from distance is going to score a goal. Shauna Nelson did not see that ball coming. And from long range, Amy McKee with the equalizer.
Something's burning, guys.
And so we have a whole new game here. And referee Mike McCoy has signaled 2 minutes of added time. So now Perez with a shot off of Hendrickson. In another 2-on-1 situation. Jackson's there. Jackson, Thomas, 2-on-1 on Team Sidewinder. Perez That ball wide of the post. Goal kick coming up. Now that was an indirect free kick, so if it went over the line between the posts, that would not have counted as a goal unless it hit someone before it went over the line. So Willie Hendrickson's going to take this kick. And he misses the ball. That gives Perez an opportunity to make a play on it. Perez loses the ball. Perez trying to get his way, make his way toward the goal line here. Perez trying to get around Hendrickson. That ball's still in play, and Hendrickson hits it out for a Team Prairie corner kick. Some heavy swings going on down there in the goal area. Perez. Thomas with a shot off of McKee. Perez over to Thomas. And now Jackson's in the goal area. And now that ball is rolling towards the line. Thomas is there. Rob Thomas takes advantage of the situation and scores a goal. 2-1 Team Prairie. Now that was a 3-in-the-box violation on Team Sidewinder, and the referee was going to call it. And that ball made its way towards the goal line, and Rob Thomas didn't hear a whistle, so he didn't stop playing. And now it's 2-1. Team Prairie. Gold medal on the line here. Who's going to come out on top? We've got 20 more minutes. Second half still to be played. And that ball heading towards the Team Sidewinder goal area again. Julian Perez trying to play the ricochet. Thomas can't hold on to the ball. Now that's a foul on Julian Perez for backing into and hooking Willie Hendrickson. Hendrickson, Perez, and there's the halftime whistle, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of exciting action here in the first half. Team Prairie with 2 goals find themselves in the lead. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the final 20 minutes of the 41st National Veterans Wheelchair Games. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the second half in a few minutes.
NIMI is a manufacturing company for 25 years. We started out of our garage manufacturing products and for the industrial market, as well as disabled products and outdoor products too as well. We were able to help out the disabled sports world by building a power wheelchair. We have developed many products for the industrial market, like vacuum fixturing that holds down, sucks down parts using vacuum power versus using double-face tape that customers would do and use clamps and vices and traditional stuff like that. We can do full 5-sided machining by using vacuum chucks and different products of ours. The Strike Force has redefined the power soccer game, giving the individual the ability to express inside of him how to play the game without holding back. We have built a chair, the Strike Force, to be low profile, fast, quick, and take over the game. The manufacturing of the Strike Force has led us into the manufacturing of the Track Force chair, which is an outdoor, rugged chair built for the beach, hunting, any outdoor enthusiast that wants to get out of his everyday chair and be able to go around in his yard even.
All my actual bolts are tight, and I've got somehow I now have a stripped out hub bolt. Huh? Me? I may have to clean it out, re-tap it. I've got taps and everything. Clean it out. If I have to, I'll go up a half size. Okay.
So many. The guy he's just sitting up there.
"20 more minutes to decide a gold medal winner." Welcome back to the Sun Devil Fitness Center here on the campus of Arizona State University. For Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. Team Sidewinder trailing by 1. And they will start off the second half. Lots of exciting action in that first half. And it looks like for Team Sidewinder a change. Jeremiah Warren into the match. Team Sidewinder otherwise remains unchanged. Perez takes that kick from Hendrickson. Now Perez wins that battle. Perez racing in. Marvin Brown, he gets the ball behind him, and Perez absolutely slams into the back of Marvin Brown. Now that is a foul. Reckless play on the part of Julian Perez, and rightfully so, a yellow card. My goodness. Wow. And for a lot of these people, they're playing in their everyday regular chairs, so he really has to be careful not to damage that. And it looks like the impact knocked his guard down. Now Perez hit him on the back of the chair. So they're just trying to hoist that guard up, reminiscent of the old days of power soccer when we, many of us anyway, played in our everyday regular chairs with custom fabricated foot guards. And sometimes they weren't mounted in a most stable manner. And so sometimes trainers would have to come out and yank on the guards to get them back up to a good level. And it looks like Marvin Brown is set. So Hendrickson will restart things here. Shauna Nelson takes that ball off the front of her guard. Kick in for Team Sidewinder, who are looking to equalize. That ball all the way across McKee. Perez, Hendrickson collide. Perez takes the ball towards the Sidewinder goal area. Hendrickson trying to keep him out. Perez trying to turn him in. And that ball is out. Corner kick given. And the referees are talking it over. One signaled goal kick, one signaled corner kick. And now it actually looks like it's going to be a kick in from the corner triangle. So Willie Hendrickson's going to take this kick. Now Rob Thomas is in a good spot here. If that ball goes to McKee, he's going to try to intercept. Let's see what's going on here. Now they're going to move the ball out for a goal kick. A little bit of confusion going on down there, and it does, in fact, look like it's going to be a goal kick for Team Sidewinder. That ball right into Perez. Perez with a shot on goal. Brown makes a save. Perez crashing in. Hendrickson crashing into his teammate. Lots of heavy contact in the goal area. Brown backing into Perez. Perez pushes it over the line. Julian Perez extends the lead. 3-1 the score. Lots of contact going on down there. Perez, Brown, Hendrickson all hitting each other. And somehow the ball came out to Julian Perez, who turned and scored. 3-1. Team Prairie in the lead. Hendrickson starts things off, but the whistle had not blown yet, so we're going to have to retake this kick. And so we're going to do it all over again. Hendrickson. And that ball gets past everybody. Now Turchin has to back up, and he couldn't get there in time. That's going to count as a goal from the kick. Now that ball got past Thomas, Perez, and Turchin. And you'll see it right here. Turchin saw it, but he didn't see it soon enough. 3-2 the score. That goal scored in the 24th minute. And this has not been settled yet, folks. Team Sidewinder down by 1. Thomas off the side of his chair. And so I think Thomas had come over the center line before the kick. And so we're going to reset the kick. We're going to take it again from the center mark. And that ball just a little too far ahead of Thomas. Hendrickson over to McKee. Perez trying to get past the Sidewinder defense. Trapped by McKee and Hendrickson. 2-on-1 violation. Indirect free kick. This ball going into McKee. Hendrickson sends the ball down the floor, and it's going to roll out for a Team Prairie goal kick. Perez off of Hendrickson. Perez. Hendrickson, the last to touch that ball, and it rolls out as the ball goes slamming into our camera. Perez off of Hendrickson. Smart play by Julian Perez. Hendrickson was crowding the area, certainly within 5 meters. Now Perez going all the way across, cut off by Amy McKee. And that ball is going to roll out for a goal kick. Turchin wasn't going to let that one get behind him. And a substitution coming up for Team Prairie. Ricky Wicklund coming back in. Shauna Nelson coming out. McKee, Perez tries to get it away from McKee. And that ball is going to roll out. And it's going to be a foul on Perez. This is going to be a direct free kick. Contact by Julian Perez is going to give Team Sidewinder a direct free kick. Can Amy McKee equalize? I don't think she realized this was a direct free kick, and that was contact by Hendrickson. Now Jeremiah Warren crashing into Ricky Wicklund, and that foot guard came riding up. Now that's very dangerous because Wicklund doesn't really have a lot of protection outside of that guard. And so they need to check on Wicklund to make sure he's okay. That guard came riding up. And Warren, unfortunately, kept pushing into Wicklund.
I didn't touch him.
And it looks like Wicklund had shoes on. Thankfully, that will offer at least some protection. Now, I got to say, for Jeremiah Warren, his guard is completely above his feet. You have to move that guard back down. Now, the guard has to be no higher than 5 inches off the ground, and it also can't be pointing upward. Having a guard that's pointing upward presents all kinds of dangerous situations. Hopefully Wicklund's okay. It looks like he's all right, but we probably won't know until long after everybody has returned home. So I hope he came away from that play injury-free. Thomas. Perez slams into McKee, but the referee says McKee slams into Perez. Perez trying to get around Hendrickson, and he's just moving Hendrickson along. It goes out for another Team Prairie kick in. 31st minute. Team Prairie with the slimmest of leads. It looks like Leonard Powell is coming in for Jeremiah Warren. Perez kicks that ball down the touchline. Not quite sure what he was trying to accomplish there. I think he was just trying to push Team Sidewinder back. Perez. Oh, Perez had open space in the Sidewinder goal area, but he just didn't get the right angle on it to direct the ball towards the posts. Perez hits that one out. Hendrickson into Perez, but Perez again sends it wide of the posts. He really needs to angle his chair in more towards the center of the goal area if he's sitting over there to the side. And that'll help redirect the ball in between the posts. Perez with a shot. Perez saved by Brown. Perez slams into Hendrickson. Play continues. Perez trying to get that ball between the defenders. Perez, Hendrickson desperately trying to hold Perez off. Corner kick coming up. Let's see if we can get a quick replay of that. And you can see Perez just pushing, trying to get around that defense. And Hendrickson did well to hold him off. So Amy McKee and Marvin Brown in the goal area. Julian Perez is going to take this kick. And Rob Thomas is outside of the goal area. Arthur Lee is into the match. We did confirm his name is Arthur Lee. Perez cut off by McKee. Hendrickson's there. Hendrickson with a turn sends the ball all the way down the floor. Kick in for Team Prairie.
8 minutes, let's go, come on now. 8 minutes, face up. He's wide open, in front. Come on, Amy. Yeah, right there. Watch it, Willie.
Perez kicks it right into the Sidewinder defense. Very dangerous for Team Prairie. Now Thomas with the ball. Dangerous situation. Turchin's there. Turchin holds off McKee. Now Thomas needs to get in there to stop the play. Close to a two-on-one violation. Nice job by Turchin to hold off McKee, and Thomas clears the area. Powell with the ball. Perez gets around Powell. Perez heading the other way on the counterattack. And he's just going to push it out. Good job by Turchin to hold off McKee. She had him, but Turchin held her off.
That's not bad.
And so the referee is asking Team Sidewinder to retake the kick.
Get in front of him. Get in front. There you go, right there. Right there.
35th minute. Team Sidewinder trying to get that goal to keep this game going. Now Julian Perez does have a little space, so he did for a moment anyway. Thomas sends the ball down the floor, kick in coming up from pretty much the corner. Team Sidewinder pinned deep. Thomas trying to keep Team Sidewinder down here. Hendrickson taking the kick. And there's Perez making a play on the ball. Perez and Thomas lose the ball. Leonard Powell now going to pick up the ball and take it. Arthur Lee coming in to take it for Team Prairie. Powell, Lee. Lee gets the ball away from Powell, but Powell recovers nicely on defense. Now Lee moving down the floor, trying to get control of the ball. That's close to a 2-on-1 violation on Team Sidewinder. Now McKee takes it away from Lee. Perez gets it away from McKee. And that ball is off of McKee. Kick in coming up for Team Prairie.
That's it. Stay in front of me. Watch it.
Julian Perez has got Rob Thomas unmarked. And that ball's going right over to him. And McKee takes it away beautifully. Perez comes in to play defense. And he waits for McKee. Tries to drive her away, but McKee turning Perez. And that's going to be out for a goal kick.
Face up. You got this. 4 minutes.
37th minute.
Let's go. 4 minutes, let's go.
Team Sidewinder
You can do this.
putting pressure on the Prairie defense. All they need is one to take this into overtime. That ball off of Powell. Lee wins that. Nicely done by Lee. Arthur Lee now trying to get towards the Sidewinder goal area. Arthur Lee. And now that's a 2-on-1 violation. Willie Hendrickson had no business being down there. Amy McKee had a much better position to clear the area as Hendrickson was facing his own goal area and would have pushed the ball back in. And so now this could prove to be a very costly mistake for Team Sidewinder. Indirect free kick coming up. Julian Perez going to take the kick. Let's see what he does here. Perez going right into Brown. Now Thomas is going to take the ball, but it skips just past him. Let's see if we can catch a quick replay of that. You see Perez off to the back of Brown. And Thomas was there to collect it, but he just misplayed the ball. And so now Perez going to take this kick. Rob Thomas at the top of the area. Perez, another slow-paced ball. Makes it easy for McKee to defend. Thomas and Hendrickson chasing the ball. Now Thomas holds him off. Well done, Rob Thomas, to take the ball away. 2-on-1 violations on both sides. It's going to get called on Team Prairie. Indirect free kick coming up for Team Sidewinder. 39th minute. Team Sidewinder looking for a goal. Hendrickson. That ball off of Turchin. Corner kick for Team Sidewinder. That ball was headed on target, and Turchin knocked it out. Now, Arthur Lee is in the goal area, and I don't think Perez sees him. He's moved out now. But Team Prairie need to be really careful about committing a 3-in-the-box violation. And that ball to McKee, that ball behind McKee, and McKee sends it out for a Team Prairie goal kick. And the defense holds.
Yeah, 2 minutes, let's go. Come on now, you can do this. Going all the way. Foul here. All the way, Lee. Foley, watch out. Foley.
And we've played a full 40 minutes. Team Sidewinder trying to get a goal here. Another goal kick for Team Prairie.
Willie, you can do it. Willie, you can do this. Let's go.
No indication yet. And so referee says about 90 seconds of added time, and Perez just very smartly pushes the ball away from his goal area. Sidewinder trying to equalize. Prairie trying to hold on. Gold medal on the line. And now Thomas trying to get the ball before it goes out. Doesn't want to give it back to Team Sidewinder, but he can't catch it. Kick in coming up. Hendrickson taking a quick one, and he missed the ball. That one off the edge of his guard. And Perez playing deep on defense. Thomas trying to get the ball away from McKee. And that ball is out of play, and McKee just barely touched it. Oh, and she knew she made a mistake there. And that could be just about it for Team Sidewinder's chances. And that ball kicked out. You understand what Perez was trying to do. He was trying to kick it down the touchline, but honestly at that point you just need to sit on that ball for a moment and waste a little bit of time. Hendrickson, Perez, that ball sent wide of the Sidewinder goal area, but Brown makes a play on it. Perez is going to take a shot. Oh, and he tried to do something with it and just got caught between two thoughts. And ladies and gentlemen, there's the final whistle. Team Prairie in control from the beginning, but Team Sidewinder made it close. The final score 3-2. A well-played match on both sides. And Team Prairie come out on top. So Julian Perez gets his second first place Power Soccer trophy within the span of about a month. And congratulations to him and his Team Prairie teammates. And to be fair, Team Sidewinder did really well. They trailed the entire match, but they kept clawing away and pulled it to within one. But it wasn't enough, and they will go home with the silver medal. And so both teams gathering around to congratulate each other. Julian Perez just kind of giving a pep talk to everybody. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Team Prairie. We're going to wrap things up here from the Sun Devil Fitness Center. So for one last time, for Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. This has been the 41st National Veterans Wheelchair Games in Tempe, Arizona. Next year they're in Portland. We hope to see you there. Until the next live stream, we'll see you. Take care. Goodbye.